Hello students. So in the previous class, in the part 1, we have learned about the preparation of cyanides from alkyl halides, from carboxylic acids and from acid amides. So in today's class, in today's video, we will learn here again the preparation of cyanides from aldehydes and from Grignard reagents. Okay, so start. So number 1, from aldehydes. Okay, so from aldehydes, just take one example. That is acetaldehyde. Okay, so first we are taking the acetaldehyde. After that, if we treat acetaldehyde with hydroxylamine, okay, with hydroxylamine, you have to treat the acetamide, the acetaldehyde. So NH2OH. So by reacting it with NH2OH, what will happen? CH3CH, double bond oxygen plus hydroxylamine. Okay, so there will be again the elimination of one water molecule from here. So there will be the formation of CH3 single bond CH, double bond NOH. Okay, so this is known as acetaldoxine. Okay, one oxime type product, aldoxine type product from aldehyde and from hydroxylamine. Aldoxine type product will be obtained. After that, you have to treat it again with P2O5. By heating this compound with P2O5, there will be the elimination of one water molecule. So after eliminating the water molecule, it will make CH3 single bond carbon, triple bond nitrogen. Okay, so from here the hydrogen and from here the OH group, that will be eliminated as water molecule, so plus H2O. So in this process we can convert the aldehydes into the cyanides. Okay, so first of all you have to treat it with hydroxylamine. Okay, in this reaction elimination of one water molecule will take place and one aldoxine will be obtained. In the second method you have to treat this one with P2O5. From there again one water molecule will be gone out and cyanide will be obtained. So this was the method from aldehydes. Next one, from Grignard reagents. So first of all we have to take one Grignard reagent. In this method, the tertiary chlorides, the tertiary alkyl cyanides can be obtained very easily. So I am taking one tertiary butyl magnesium chloride. Okay, then this compound has to be treated with cyanogen chloride. Okay, what is the formula of cyanogen chloride? ClCN. Cyanogen chloride has to be treated with this Grignard reagent. Okay, so from here what will be the mechanism? So first of all, in this case, this is the organometallic bond. Okay, this is the metallic part, so one plus charge is there, and this is the organic part, so minus charge will be there. Okay, and in this case there will be one negative charge and there will be one positive charge. So first of all, this negative charge compound, that is C minus, it will be added to the cyanide and Cl minus will be added to the magnesium. So here there will be the formation of MgCl plus Cl. There will be MgCl2, magnesium chloride will be formed, and from here this alkyl group will be attached with the cyanide. So CH3 whole 3C single bond Cn. So by this method, this type of 3-degree alkyl cyanides can be better prepared. Okay. So this is the method for the preparation of cyanides from Grignard reagents. Okay. So next we will discuss about the properties of cyanides. So the next point or the next topic is properties. We will just look through here in a brief. Okay. So in case of properties, mainly two properties we will discuss here. One is the solubility of the cyanides. Okay. And second one is the boiling points of the cyanides. So first one I am discussing here is the boiling point. So in case of cyanides, due to the presence of the cyanide group, this cyanide group has a high dipole moment. Okay, it is a high dipole moment and therefore it is highly polar. So due to the presence of this highly polar cyanide group in these types of cyanides, they can have a very strong dipole-dipole interaction in between them, right? When many methyl cyanides or many cyanide molecules are present, then there will be acting a strong dipole-dipole interaction between the different molecules, and that strong dipolar interaction will increase the boiling point of the cyanides. So if we compare this methyl cyanide with methyl chloride, then methyl cyanide shows greater boiling point than the methyl chloride. Okay, so the reason is the higher dipole moment and the strong dipolar interaction, stronger dipole interaction between the cyanide molecules. Okay, so this was the boiling point factor. Number 2, solubility. So in case of solubility, this type of alkyl cyanides, whenever these are of lower carbon molecules, that means whenever a small number of carbon atoms are present in the alkyl group, then these are soluble in water. But as we go on increasing the number of carbon atoms in the alkyl group, that means the more bulkier the alkyl group, the less solubility of it in water. Okay, so if we compare this one, CH3CN, and suppose CH3 whole 3 CN. So in these two compounds, which one will be more soluble in water? This one. This is more soluble in water. In water I am telling, okay, because of the presence of smaller alkyl group, and as here the number of carbon atoms has been increased, which makes this part bulkier, so it will be less soluble in the water. But if we consider it in different types of organic solvents like benzene, okay, ether, so in this type of organic solvents, these cyanides are very much soluble. Okay, so these are the two important properties. The first one that I have discussed, boiling point, and then the solubility. Many other properties are there, just like their physical texture. Okay, after that that these types of cyanides are very poisonous, but these are less poisonous than hydrogen cyanide. So these properties you have to read from the notes. So these 2 points I have discussed here. Okay, clear? Okay, so the next is the next point that I am discussing, that is the chemical properties. That means the chemical reactions that these cyanides undergo. Okay, properties. So first we will learn here about the hydrolysis of cyanides. So the first point, hydrolysis. Okay. Now this hydrolysis can also be complete hydrolysis or partial hydrolysis. So first we will learn here about the complete hydrolysis. Okay, complete. So this can be done in two different mediums. The first one is acidic medium and the second one is alkaline medium. So the number one medium, that is in presence of acid. So first I am taking here methyl cyanide, that is CH3CN. Then as we are doing hydrolysis here, so obviously we have to add water molecule. So plus H2O, plus we have to add here dilute acid, any mineral acid. Here I am adding HCl. Okay, so methyl cyanide in presence of water and dilute HCl. So what will happen here? What will be the mechanism here? So first of all, we know that in this case carbon is positively charged, that has a positive charge, and it has a minus charge. Though it is partially positive, it is partially negative. Okay, and here there is H plus and OH minus. So whenever the reaction will take place, what happens? This negatively charged OH minus, it will be added with the carbon that is positively charged. Okay, positively charged OH minus will be added to the carbon. So initially there were triple bond between carbon and nitrogen. So after adding with this one, that bond will become double bond, and here it will be added to the H plus ion. So that is NH. So CH3COH double bond NH. This type of compound will be initially formed. After that, what will happen? Now as we have added here HCl also, so after that the bond between the O and H, that will be removed due to the presence of Cl minus ion here. Cl minus will remove, or it will extract the hydrogen. So that bond will be broken and it will make a double bond here. So whenever it will be a double bond here, so then this bond, it will go up to the nitrogen. So that will be CH3 single bond carbon, double bond oxygen. There will be one minus charge. Okay, then as the reaction medium is acidic, okay, this hydrogen has been extracted by one chloride, and again one H plus is present in the reaction medium from HCl. Now this H plus will be added to the negatively charged nitrogen. So there will be the formation of CH3 CO NH2. So initially there will be the formation of one acid amide. Okay, CH3 CO NH2 will be formed from here, acid amide. After that, what will happen next here? So by reacting this one, it will form this. Then again we are treating this one with the water molecule. Okay, so what will happen in the next step? Okay, I think all of you have noted it down. Okay, in the next step, there is one CH3 CO NH2. Again water molecule is present. Now this OH minus will again add to the carbon atom. Okay, this bond will be gone on the oxygen, forming minus. Then again it will revert back and this NH2 will be gone out. So what will happen here? There will be the formation of a new bond, double bond oxygen. Okay, this will be the same, just only this NH2 group will be replaced by the OH, like substitution reaction. Okay, and this NH2 will make NH2 minus ion, and this NH2 minus will be added up to the hydrogen, and that will make NH2 minus H plus. That means that will form NH3. So after this reaction, from methyl cyanide, after hydrolysis in presence of an acidic solution, it will make the CH3COOH and then the NH3 group. Okay, NH2 will be, ammonia will be formed. So this is in presence of acid medium, in presence of acid. Now if we do the same step, the hydrolysis in presence of alkaline, then I think all of you have noted it down. So next, whenever we are reacting the same with NaOH, alkaline solution, then the initial step will be the same, from where we will get one amide CH3CO NH2, that will get first. After that we are adding here NaOH, from where this is O minus Na and this is H plus. This will be formed, and this sodium oxide, it will react on the carbon. So again this NH2 minus, that will be removed out. So there will be the formation of sodium acetate, CH3 COONA. Okay, here there will be the addition of ONA group. NH2 minus will be added again with the hydrogen, making NH3. Okay, so by this way we can make the sodium acetate, the sodium salt of acetic acid, and then ammonia. So whatever we are taking, the acidic solution or the alkaline solution, in both processes we can make the acetic acid. Okay, and there will be the formation of ammonia also. So these were the complete reduction. Okay, by complete reduction, in the first step we are getting the acid amide CH3CONH2. This is the result of first step, and in the second step we are getting the acid. But what happens if we stop this process in the first step only? So that will be known as the partial hydrolysis. Partial step. Okay, so here just we have to hydrolysis, we have to go hydrolysis it. Okay, in presence of cold and concentrated acid. So by this way we can stop this method at the first step only. So there will be only the formation of amide. So by this process we can make, by complete hydrolysis we can get carboxylic acid from cyanides, and by the partial hydrolysis we can get the acid amide from the cyanides. Okay, so in the next video, in the next part, we will learn about the reduction reactions of this cyanide. Thank you.